Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Saturday morning, as always, a coffee kind of morning. It is also Canada Day. Happy 156th birthday to Canada. As a proud Canadian, that's my flag. I'm going to show you 10 great Canadian bands you need to listen to. Not going to show you the normal ones, the Bachman Turner Overdrives and the Guess Who and Rush. I'm going to show you some bands that maybe you don't know of, maybe you should know, and you definitely need to listen to for sure. So I'm going to keep this short, but hopefully short because I got a hell of a lot to show you. So let's get started. Right off the bat, from Saskatchewan, we're down to Saskatchewan, kind of right in the middle of the country. This is Streetheart, amazing, amazing band. Eventually, two of the members would go on to form Loverboy, another wonderful, wonderful band, which I'm not going to show today, but just to show you the talent that was in that band. Started in '77. They got 7 studio albums, 2 live albums, 7 compilation albums, 14 singles. Just really, really good stuff. This is their debut. Meanwhile, back in Paris, 1978 release. Big, big hit, Action. You need to know Streetheart for sure. This is Under Heaven and Hell. Under Heaven and Hell, their second album, 1979 release. They do a wonderful, wonderful cover of Under My Thumb by the Stones. And Here Comes the Night by the band Them. A platinum-selling album by Streetheart. Quicksand Shoes by Streetheart, 1980 release. Third album, Feel Free, Sin City, and Angela. You got their self-titled Streetheart, their 5th album, double platinum album. What Kind of Love Is This? Snow White, Look Into Your Eyes, and Dancing with Danger, 1983 release, their 6th studio album. You got the title track, Dancing with Danger, Coming True, and Underground. Highly regarded guitarist, singer-songwriter. This is Mr. Pat Travers and Pat Travers. Wow, Pat Travers Band. I'm talking too quickly, but I want to get through this. Pat Travers Band, from Toronto, singer-songwriter, amazing guitarist. Started way back in '70. You got a combination of hard rock and blues rock. This is Heat in the Street, their 4th album, 1978 release. You got Pat Travers on guitars, Pete Mars Cowling on bass, Pat Thrall on guitar, and Tommy Aldridge on drums. Just a great rock and roll album. Hard and heavy with great riffs. Every track is good. Then you got Radioactive. Okay. Radioactive, 1981 release, their 6th studio album. Great opening track and new age music. More boogie rock on this one than the previous one I just showed. Then you've got 1982's Black Pearl. Love the cover of this one. 7th studio album. I La La Love You and I'd Rather See You Dead are the couple of singles off of this one on the Polydor label. And then from Kitchener-Waterloo, which is kind of southern Ontario, south of Toronto, formed in '74. This is Helix. Great hard rock band, Helix. They toured with big bands like Kiss and Aerosmith and Rush and Motley Crue and Alice Cooper and so many more. This is No Rest for the Wicked. 1983, their 3rd album. You get the big singles and big videos as well. Heavy Metal Love, Never Want to Love You, and Don't Get Mad, Get Even on this one. And then you've got Walk on the Razor's Edge, their 4th album, 1984 release. Okay, on the Black Capital label. Big hit, Rock You on this one. Big, big, huge hit. And then Crazy Elephant, Gimme Good Lovin', and a cover of Foot in Cold Waters, Make Me Do Anything You Want on this one as well. And then Long Way to Heaven is their 5th album. Deep Cuts the Knife, #1 song, and the kids are all shaking. Great, great stuff in Helix. Definitely check Helix out. One of my favorite bands, and it's not Rush. It's Mahogany Rush. A great trio as well, from Toronto, Canada. This is his debut, Maxim, led by the great Frank Marino, who absolutely adores Jimi Hendrix. So a lot of the stuff sounds like Jimmy, which I'm not complaining at all. I just hate Toronto. From Montreal, Quebec, is Mahogany Rush. Again, a huge Jimi Hendrix fan, so his style is very, very much like Jimi. You got heavy metal, hard rock, blues rock, active between 69 and 2021. So 1972 release in Canada, 1973 release in the States. Awesome debut album. It's funky, it's Jimi Hendrix-like, it's really, really good. Mahogany 4, maybe my least favorite, but still a great album. You got 1976 release. Great track, Man at the Back Door. You got Dragonfly is a cool track, funky riffs. Little Sexy Annie just rocks it out for sure. And then you've got World Anthem, the 5th album, 1977 release. There's the great Frank there. You could do a cover of Ronnie Montrose's Try for Freedom, In My Ways, the title track, World Anthem, and another, just another wonderful album. Tales of the Unexpected, the 6th album. Okay, it opens up with Sister Change, really good. They've definitely got some funk in their playing. A great cover of All Along the Watchtower, again a Jimi Hendrix tune. Even Norwegian Wood by the Beatles, they do a great job on this one. And then you got the title track, Tales of the Unexpected. It's jazzy, it's progressive, amazing solo in this one. It just shreds for sure. And then you've got What's Next, 7th album, 1980 release by Mahogany Rush. You got Rock Me Baby, great cover of Roadhouse Blues on this one, and so much more. Then you've got one of my favorites, and just straight back to straight ahead rock and roll, The Power of Rock and Roll. Okay, it's on the Columbia label. 8th album, 1981 release. You got the title track, Power of Rock and Roll. It's easy top sounding, Play My Music. Stay With Me, but again, it's a Jimi Hendrix sounding track for sure. And then a live album by these guys, Mahogany Rush. 1978, as they were touring the southern states, and they honored Jimi with Purple Haze to end it off the album. And really good stuff. Then you've got a great, I've showed these guys last couple of days, but I'm going to show them again. Great Toronto hard rockin' band, Moxie. Definitely check out Moxie. This is their debut album, and their first tour was with AC/DC. Can you imagine touring with AC/DC? And this is 1975's The Black Album, featuring Tommy Boland doing a lot of lead work. He does all the tracks except for 2 on this one. You got Fantasy, Can't You See, I'm a Star, Moonrider, and Train. Really good stuff. And then Moxie 2, 1976. No Tommy on this one, unfortunately, but still a great album. Take It or Leave It, 'Cause There's Another, Midnight Flight, One Man's Heartbeat. Really good stuff in Moxie. One of my favorites for sure. And I've shown these guys before, but I'm going to show them again. Glam rock, hard rock in Max Webster. This is the album High Class and Borrowed Shoes, featuring Kim Mitchell, who went on to have a great solo career as well. Formed in 72, they lasted till about 81. I have a lot of their stuff on CD as well. I have their debut on CD. This is their second album, 1977, High Class and Borrowed Shoes. One of my favorites. You got Words to Words, In Context of the Moon, Diamonds, Rain Child. It's really progressive, it's really glammy, it's really good. I also have their third on CD, In Mutiny Up My Sleeve, 1978 release. This is their fourth, probably the most commercially successful, A Million Vacations. You got the title track, A Million Vacations, Let Go of the Line, Paradise Skies, just to name a few, on the Anthem label. Same label as Rush, because they toured with Rush a lot. They did. They were best friends with Rush. As speaking of, this is the heaviest album of theirs. This is Universal Juveniles, 1980 release. Their 5th and last album, featuring Rush on the last song, Battle Scars. Heavy track. You got, but you also have Blue River Liquor Shine, Check, and April in Toledo. Just a fantastic album. I also threw in just a couple of Kim Mitchell solo albums. This is debut, or an EP. This is his first real solo album. I'm not going to talk too much about those. I just wanted to show you. From Toronto, another hard rockin' band, Coney Hatch. You got Carl Dixon on lead vocals, bassist Andy Curran, who's all over the map these days. Steve Shelsky on guitar, and Dave Ketchum on drums. Really, really good stuff. There they are there. Coney Hatch. This is Out of Hand, their second album, 1983 release. I love the opening track. Don't Say Make Me. First Time for Everything. Rockin' Same Like It Hot. Sorry, Rockin' Some Like It Hot. What am I talking about? I can't read my own writing. Their third album, Friction. Okay. This Ain't Love is a really good opening track. The Rockin' Wrong Side of Town. I love the last track as well, Burnin' Love. Just a great, great album. A band that should have been bigger than they are, but still I think they did okay. A triple threat guitar band as well. Originally from Halifax, Nova Scotia, they moved to Montreal, Quebec, led by Miles Goodwin, the amazing guitarist and vocalist. This is April Wine. Now I have got a box set of April Wine. I've got a lot of their stuff on CD, but I've got a few of their albums. Formed way back in '69 as well. Famous in Canada and Europe, somewhat in the States. They should have been bigger in the States. 1978, their seventh album, First Glance. Big, big hit, Roller. That made them famous right there. And it made it big in Flint, Michigan, of all places. Also, Rock and Roll's a Vicious Game on this one as well. If you don't know, April Wine, definitely check these guys out. This is Harder Faster. Okay, Harder Faster is their 8th studio album, 1979 release. Gold in the US and Canada. You got I Like to Rock and the fantastic cover of King Crimson's 21st Century Schizoid Man and Say Hello. They do a really, really good cover of that one. Probably the most commercially successful album, Nature of the Beast. Their 9th album, and hit number 24 in the US. You got All Over Town, Sound of the Gypsy Queen, Wanna Rock, and heavy, heavy Crash and Burn on that one. Then you got Power Play, their 10th album, 1992. Sorry for all the notices. Enough is Enough, Doing It Right, Blood Money, Tell Me Why, by the Beatles as well. From Vancouver, 1975 formed band, Trooper. Okay, known for the big hit Raise a Little Hell. You got Knock 'Em Dead, also produced by Randy Bachman from BTO. Big hit, We're Here for a Long Time. You got Oh Pretty Lady, and Randy Bachman plays lead on 2 for the Show on that one as well. Really good band, Trooper. And then you got Thick as Thieves, their 4th album, 1978 release, again produced by Randy Bachman. And Raise a Little Hell's on this one as a big hit. And Trooper, just wonderful, wonderful band. And probably one of the most successful bands out of Canada, I would say. This is the last band I'm going to show you, unfortunately, and I've just got enough time. The power rock trio from Toronto, not Rush, it is Triumph. Triumph is just remarkable. 16 albums, 18 gold and platinum albums in Canada and the US. Group of the Year in 79, 85, 86, and 87. Part of Canada's Hall of Fame. Just, what can you say? You got the amazing vocalist and guitarist Rick Emmett, drums Gil Moore, who also shares vocals, and bassist Mike Levine. Again, I've got a lot of their stuff on CD as well. This is Progression of Power, their 4th album, and I Live for the Weekends, the big hit off of that one. And then you've got Thunder 7, their 7th album, 1984 release. Follow Your Heart, biggest selling single. Also Spellbound on this one. And then you've got In the Sport of Kings, 1986 release. You've got, what do you got on this one? You've got Tears in the Rain, Somebody's Out There, big hit. What Rules My Heart, If Only, Hooked on You. Number 27 on the charts, their 8th album, 1986 release. And finally, Stages, a live album recorded over 3 years between 81 and 84. Just a wonderful, wonderful album. So many hits off of this one. You've got When the Light Goes Down, Never Surrender, Allied Forces, Hold On, Magic Power, Rock and Roll Machine, Lay It on the Line, A World of Fantasy, Der Maselbo, Midnight Summer Dream, Spellbound, Follow Your Heart, Fight the Good Fight, Mind Games, and Empty Inside. There's the boys there. There's some great tracks, great photos, sorry. And I love the front cover of that one. So there you have it, guys. I made it. 10 wonderful, wonderful Canadian bands you definitely need to check out and listen to if you don't know them already, which I'm sure you do because you guys are super, super knowledgeable. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And again, happy Canada Day. Take care. Bye now.